afternoon. I had such good feedback and everyone really seemed to enjoy my last 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5 video. So here we are for another one. Welcome in, my name's Charlotte. If you've not seen my videos before, I do a lot of vlogging, occasionally some sit down videos. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I thought I'd just pop in while it's still light because it gets dark at like 3:30 now to just do the intro of this video. I'm going to be taking you along on a week's worth of my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5. I actually work 8 till 4, so it's more like my 4 to 9, but we're going to be following my evenings. Like I did last time, I'll just give a little intro into like what I do for work, blah, 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 all of that kind of stuff. I have a part-time job working 30 hours a week as a PA. I've been in this role just over 3 months now, coming up to 4, so it's still relatively new for me. And then the rest of the time, I am a part-time content creator. So I thought it would be fun to take you along on like what a working week looks like for me. I work Monday to Thursdays, 8 till 4. I do 2 days work from home and 2 days in the office. I don't know if I'm going into office this week. I'm filming this on a Monday. I've just got like a quick 5-minute break, so I thought I'd just do my intro now while it's still light because a lot of this will be filmed in the evening, so it will be dark. And yeah, it's just basically showing you how I balance my time, what my week is like. I've got quite a busy week this week of doing stuff after work, so I thought it's more interesting to take you along on that kind of thing rather than just like a week where I'm in the house doing nothing. Well, not doing nothing, but where the evening looks exactly the same. I thought it's a bit repetitive, so I'd show you today and this week instead. It's actually such a nice sunny day. It's been really stormy all week, so I went out for a little walk on my lunch. I'm due to finish in just over an hour, but I go into a meeting, so I just wanted to catch up with you now, and then the next time we speak will be when I finish. I think a lot of these 5 to 9 videos that I often see are either people who are completely freelance and like running their own day and their own boss, or like full-time content creators, which is, to be honest, for me, like quite aspirational, or people that work extremely corporate jobs, you know, like the big city, the high rises. Again, that is quite aspirational, but maybe not my current aspiration. I'm hoping this will be a bit realistic, an insight into my week. It's technically working 2 jobs because content creation does take up a huge amount of my time, but I'm hoping it will show some balance. I'm gonna log off, I'm gonna crack on, and I will see you at 4 p.m. Goodbye, see you in a bit. I'm finished, I'm logged off for the day. Monday night, what are my plans? So I need to run to the pharmacy in a minute to go collect my prescription. I'm just gonna see if it's still open actually. I used to go on my lunch break, and then every time I go in on my lunch break, they're like, yeah, sorry, the prescribe's on lunch, so we actually can't give you a medication. So I just started going after work, which is kind of boring. I have a friend coming over tonight. Lovely Matthew is coming over for dinner and a catch up. We haven't seen each other in a really, really long time. I feel like there's so much to catch up on. I'm gonna cook us a veggie spag bowl. I'm gonna leave some extras for Jug as well. He's not coming over till 5:30ish. That clock is wrong because I still haven't changed it from daylight savings. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna like start the dinner before he gets here. We won't eat when he gets here at 5:30 because that's really early, but it just means I don't have to be like chopping and stuff when he's here. I'm just gonna put a warm top on and get going. Gonna be a good citizen and take some recycling too. Good content will have you come in, start recording, leave, and then come back in again. It always makes me laugh because I feel like it's exactly what people think about when they see that, like, oh, you set up and then went back out. Prescription secured, washing up liquid secured. Forgot to post my letters even though I walked past the post box. It's about 1:30. One thing I always try to do when I finish work is do a little stretching routine. What I usually do is literally the second my day finishes, put out my yoga mat, put the TV on, and then on my laptop I just put a follow along stretching video that I can do without the sound on. I'll just put like Gilmore Girls on in the background, and I always try to get at least half an hour of stretching in. I've had like long standing back issues for a really long time, and I've realised sitting down all day obviously just makes it so much worse. So I'm gonna just set up and do that. What I should do really is start stretching in the morning, and I did it this morning for the first time, but often when I work from home, it's so typical, isn't it? I don't get up in enough time, or I don't leave myself enough time, and I end up just like rolling out of bed at 1:45 and then logging on, eating breakfast. Don't really have enough time to stretch. Trying to get up a little bit earlier just to facilitate that. One of the teachers at one of my fitness classes said like the best time to do it is in the morning, because that's like priming the muscles for the day, rather than stretching after work when maybe my back's already hurting or the muscles are like, the damage is done, if that makes sense. She obviously said it in a much more professional way than that, but she said it's better to warm up the muscles than it is to like do reparative, I don't think that's a word, but like repairing work after. So yeah, we're gonna do that now. All done. I ended up doing like another video on top of the one that I was showing, just like a splits flexibility one. I'm still doing my 75 soft challenge. I actually have a video of me starting that. We're not halfway through yet. It ends on January the 4th, and part of that is to work out 4 times a week for at least 30 minutes. So I count that as one of my workouts. I'm usually doing Monday, Tuesday, break Wednesday, and then Thursday to Sunday I like usually do a mix of either at home stretching in a class or going to the gym or something like that. I'm probably gonna work out all 4 days this week, Monday to Thursday, which isn't ideal. I prefer a rest day in between, but we're going up to Manchester this weekend actually, and we're going on Friday, so I won't have time to work out on the weekend. My eyes are all red because I was cutting onions and it was really, really bad. I've just left that to simmer for a bit before I like do the second stage. I'm actually like really hungry. I usually have a snack when I finish work, like a sandwich or a piece of toast or something. Oh my god, my eyes are so bad. I haven't done a food shop, so I don't have like very much stuff in. Let me sort this out and come back. I'm back. I washed my hands and washed my eyes, and now my eyes are really itchy, so brilliant. I was gonna try edit some videos, but I don't feel like I have enough time to like properly get into anything. To work for your supper. Hello, it is 10 o'clock. Wow, you can't really see that. 5 to 10. Matthew's just left. I've just had a little tidy of the kitchen. We had a really, really nice dinner. I didn't film a lot because it's literally been like 2 months since we caught up. So I just felt like we had more catching up to do. I didn't want to put loads of it on camera. I just wanted to be like very, very present. So yeah, it was really nice. We hung out, we chatted, we caught up, we played some Xbox. I actually want to stay up and play more Xbox because I restarted a game I really like called Grounded. I started it like a few months ago, and then I only got like about 20 hours into gameplay, and I hadn't picked it up since. So I like felt like I forgot what a lot of it was about. So I restarted it literally just while I was waiting for him to arrive because I wanted something to do. And I've been really enjoying it, but it's 10 o'clock and I'm really tired, and I have got work tomorrow. I'm work from home tomorrow though, so it's not too bad. 7 AM start work from home, so, you know, it's not that offensive. I try to be like in bed and ready to sleep by 10 PM, but you know, seeing friends needs must. I'm gonna shower, do skincare, and then get into bed. I hate filming the clips like right before I go to bed because I always look so bad in them. I'm feeling really, really tired all of a sudden, but I'm going to try read for a little bit before I go to bed. I'm currently reading Herc from the library. I'm about halfway through, just over. I'm really enjoying it. I'm just finding myself being a slow reader at the moment. But yeah, I'm actually enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. I do really like Greek mythology. I just get a bit skeptical because there were so many Greek mythological retellings released in the last like year or two. And I think like they can't all be good, but I am liking this so far. It's definitely slowed down a little bit on the pace, which is I think why I'm dragging my feet a little bit on it. I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful sleep. Hi, good afternoon, happy Tuesday, welcome back to the vlog. I'm logging off a little bit early today, only like half an hour or so. I have a doctor's appointment, which I'm about to leave for. I'm all good, I'm all fine. there's no need to worry. So I've got an ulcer like right by my wisdom teeth to make it really uncomfortable to talk. That's not why I'm going to the doctor, but I just thought I'd mention it. How's my day been? My day's actually been like very, very busy. Busier than I expected. It's gone like in a flash, super quick, which I wasn't really expecting, to be honest. Usually Tuesdays like aren't that busy for me. But yeah, just been a bit non-stop. So I'm glad it's gone quickly at least. I feel like this week is going quickly. Although I feel like it's going quickly because I'm busy in the evenings and I just really want an evening to just like chill and sit down. I'm gonna head to the doctor's. I think I probably should be back like by the time I finish anyway, like just after 4. So we can still carry on with a regular evening. I'll see you in a bit. I'm logging off for the day, off work, and I'll check in with you when I'm home. I've probably got like an hour and a bit just before I need to leave. So what I'm gonna do in this time, I'm gonna prep my dinner so that when I come back at 7, I can literally just eat straight away because I don't really like eating that late. Make my lunch at the same time. I'll just take like double of what I had. I'm in the office tomorrow. I don't really want to be, but I'm going to be. This is a bad week in terms of like meals for me. Usually I love like properly cooking a dinner after work. I know loads of people don't like to spend their evenings cooking, but I actually really enjoy it. But because we're going away on the weekend, we were like, oh yeah, we can definitely make it without having to do anything. Like we had just enough food in. So what I'm gonna have tonight, I've got leftover mackerel and I've got some sweet potatoes, some other veg, I've got some sprouts, I think I've got some kale. I'm gonna make like just a roasted veggies bowl. I've got pepper. So I'm gonna put the sweet potatoes in now because they take the longest. Roast them up. I might take leftovers to work. I'm trying really hard to be like good with money and not buy things frivolously, but I also don't really fancy this for work tomorrow, so I might see what they've got in the shop on the way to my class. I usually meal prep, and when I say meal prep, I mean like ingredients prep. I'm not a big like make the exact meal person, but I'll like roast up a bunch of veggies to make like veggie bowls. I like doing kind of like greens and grains bowls type thing because it's so easy. You just pick like 4 or 5 vegetables, roast them or eat them raw, and then add a protein and a dressing. Like that sounds really lame. It sounds like there's people that are obsessed with meal prepping, but honestly it's just like I eat well then in a nutritious and colourful way, and it's easy. It's just like not a lot of admin, and it's like minimal washing up, you know, like if you just serve yourself all from a bowl. Like a dense bean salad. Dense bean salad's a good one, though I get quite bored of that quite quickly. But I do like to add the beans into here. Olive oil. This is really cheap, shitty olive oil, and I'm really annoyed at myself for buying it. I thought I was being thrifty and it literally doesn't taste like anything. I like aromat. That's quite salty. It's got salt and MSG in it, so I just put aromat instead of salt. Paprika. If I do this for meal prep, I do like really simple seasonings. I don't do a lot. Like I'll do paprika, aromat, black pepper, and that's it, because I'll season it with a dressing throughout the week, and that way you can like change it if you get bored of flavours. Don't know why I'm talking like I'm Gordon Ramsay. I just like cooking. Right, I'm gonna put them in for 45 minutes. I feel bad because I feel like I should be editing, but it's class night. I make a rule that I don't edit on class night, and I'm gonna edit all night tomorrow after work. Not all night, but enough. I'm also mulling over doing some overtime, which ideally I would have done when I finished at 4 and just carried on till 5, but I had to go. It's not often an option at my work that we can do overtime, but I'm like helping out another department. I offered myself up because I'm trying to save for my trip to Japan. Any little bit helps really, so I've picked up some extra days. Usually Friday is my day off in the run up to Christmas. One of the jobs can just be done like of an evening, which is quite nice. Like I don't have to like work with other people. It's just like, it's like administrative stuff. So I'm considering doing that tonight, like late after I get back from my class. Not late, but maybe just like 9 till 10. I've just put on some workout clothes under my jumper because it is bloody freezing outside. I've got a really bad headache still, and I can't tell if it's because of my hair, even though I took it out for like an hour. It's making me not want to go into the office tomorrow, if I'm honest. Am I just searching for an excuse to not go into the office? Maybe. My hair is very, very greasy, that's for sure. I have an order coming for something that needs a signature because it's quite expensive. And it was supposed to be here all day, and you know, it just keeps getting pushed back and pushed back. And I thought, oh, you know what, like, fine, no problem, because Doug will be home. If it arrives when I'm out of my class, it's not his fault at all, because I literally didn't even tell him that that was what I wanted to do. The delivery time frame is literally like from the second I leave the house to like basically when I'm back. So I think I'm probably gonna miss it unless by the grace of God it comes in like the last 20 minutes, in which case I'll be home. Of course it would be the hour and a half that I'm out the house as the delivery window when I've been in all day. I just refuse to put the big light on ever. But I'm wearing like a white little long sleeve because you have to have, for aerial hoop, you have to have your armpits and the backs of your knees covered. I don't think you have to have the backs of your knees covered, but it's recommended, and then you have to have your armpits covered. And then my black Sweaty Betty leggings, these are like my favourite leggings ever. And I'm gonna walk there tonight, so I don't need to leave for like another 15 minutes. Sweet potatoes are done. They're really nice and crispy. That was only half an hour in the end, actually. I'll cook these when I'm back. I should have done it while I was working, but I just didn't think that far ahead. I'm back, and oh my god, I feel so weak and wobbly, and I was in a really bad mood before my class, and I was like, I'm feeling really weak. Still where my hands are. I was feeling really weak, and I had a bit of a headache, and I went to class, and I could do something that I couldn't do last week. I really struggled with this move last week, like getting my leg in, and I did it, and yeah, I just feel really good, and my parcel arrived, and Doug was home, so it's all come up perfectly. Sorry, I'm sat on the floor, and I'm like trying really hard to not give you like boring backgrounds, but it just so happens that all the best lighting in my flat is like the plainest backgrounds. It's not very captivating. I've ordered something that's like definitely a splurge. I feel like so shy opening this on camera because I've been like saving up for it. With my money that I've earned from YouTube. I don't earn a lot, but I earned enough to buy myself a new camera. So it's feeling very, I'm feeling very emotional. I've really wanted this camera for a really, really long time. There's nothing wrong with this, sorry, not pointing the knife at you. There's nothing wrong with this camera. I love this camera so much, but I think it was time to just get some new equipment. I'll still be using this. Let me show you this, and then I'll give you like the context. Oh my God, I feel like so overwhelmed. I have like some expensive things, but I like don't really have like loads and loads of expensive tech. My camera's probably the most expensive thing I own. Like obviously my MacBook is the most expensive thing I own, but also that was secondhand. I've done so much research and really had my eye on this, and I just feel like really excited about it. I feel like, does anyone else get like really nervous opening new stuff? So I got the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I paid for this with my own money. It's like, oh, let me open it and show you. It's like a teeny tiny vlogging camera that's like really high resolution, and I think it's really gonna like change how I do stuff because it flips between landscape and portrait, which finally means I can start vlogging on TikTok like really comfortably. Basically, I've got a really old phone and I don't really want to spend money on a new phone. I'd love like an iPhone 16, but have you seen how much they're like thousands of pounds? And I don't want a contract because I'm just on SIM only. It comes with this little carry case. Oh my God. And it comes with like all of the stuff in it. This is how big this camera is. And it's got a gimbal, so it like face tracks you. Literally the same size as my phone. Are you shitting me? It feels expensive. I feel like I'm gonna break it. So it comes with a case. It comes with like a microphone, so like I can vlog and talk. Right, let's get the instruction manual out. Do you know what? I knew I was receiving this today, and like, I still was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do loads of stuff with my evening. Of course I'm not. Of course I'm just gonna do this. To turn it on, all you've got to do is like flick the screen. It's like almost not got an... Look at the gimbal. This is really crazy, yeah, because like, you can't see what's going on, but if, like, let's say I'm filming my bookshelf, la da da da. Oh no, I want it to face me. And then I'm on the screen. What do you mean? So let's talk about what's in this, because I'm just still absolutely shook. Obviously the camera, you get a protective cover, you get the mic transmitter, you
get a handle for it, get a battery handle for it, so like a charging handle, a mini tripod, the right cable, a carrying bag, oh, the mic clip magnet, a mic windscreen, so like a dead cat. I've just seen this, it's a wide angle lens that's magnetic. Like literally it just pops on and off. And then I ordered an SD card and adapter because this takes a mini SD obviously. I feel like very shook right now. I'm gonna have to like box all this up because I don't want to spend hours and hours messing with it tonight. But I'm gonna put the SD card in. I'm gonna take like a couple of quick bits of footage just as like a comparison. Oh my god, the bag is so good as well because like I really struggle with carrying my tech around and this is teeny tiny. There's going to be 2 different bits of footage here. I just thought it would be interesting to put it in. My mic is for my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and I'll label which one's the Sony. My sound test for the mic with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and then my Sony I don't have a mic on. It's just recording my sound as it captures it. I've disconnected the mic, so this is what the DJI Osmo sounds like without any kind of mic or setting on it. Fucking gassed. I've just put like some of the footage, just testing in my MacBook to have a look. And do you know what? I thought it was going to be bad quality and the quality is literally insane. It definitely needs color grading. I look terrible as well, so it doesn't help. It definitely needs color grading because it's pulling a bit like grey, but I knew that because I'd done the research and I'm quite good at color grading. So my initial thoughts are, what the fuck, I'm so impressed. I'm really regretting not buying this sooner, but everything has a time and a place. I am scared that I will crack a screen or break it because it's so small, but that's gonna be fine. It has so many small like little extra fiddly bits that also frighten me, but think how scared I was when I first got this camera. I feel like so tremendously grateful that I was able to save up enough from what I earn from these videos that it's enabled me to like hopefully further better my craft and like upskill. It like really does actually like mean so much to me because obviously I like couldn't have got this without any of you. I saved up money from my YouTube to buy this camera. I saved up money from my TikToks to buy this camera so I could start filming on YouTube. So it's been literally like, it's been 4 years and I know you see so many content creators that like blow up really big overnight and like year successes, but there are people that are like 4 years deep, if not longer, into their content creation journey, like plodding along behind the scenes. So like I just wanted to say thank you. There's no such thing as an overnight success really anyway, because I think so many people put in the hard work before the success seems overnight. But yeah, I could literally like cry. I'm so chuffed with this. My hopes and dreams for this camera are basically to like streamline my vlogging process, so that when I'm out capturing vlogs for YouTube, I can also capture footage for TikTok because it's really easy to like switch between the modes. That's not the only reason I bought it, but obviously it's so easy to switch between portrait and landscape. This camera that I've got now, it's really, really difficult to do that. Obviously it's just a case of like holding it differently. But for instance, if I've like got a tripod, I can't put a tripod under this one vertically because all the little diddy ones I have, it's too heavy, they fall over. And selfishly, I wanted to be able to film a bit more discreetly in public because I'm not really quite there yet with pulling this one out. Also a huge part of this is that I'm hoping that now I will be able to vlog more outside for you all, because often at the times I'd like film the clips on my phone, you probably notice that it like decreased in quality a little bit, but I don't really talk to the camera that much. I don't really get like the ambient shots that I'd like because I get a little bit shy. So I'm hoping this will kind of give me the confidence to vlog a little bit more out in public. I really like vlogging. You all really like my vlogs. I would like to be able to take my vlogging over to TikTok as well. My phone is so old, such bad quality. I would rather put money into like a sole camera that is fit for purpose and made for purpose than an iPhone that's going to go obsolete in like 2 years anyway. I don't really want to be like chasing having the next iPhone. Would I love to be able to have the newest iPhone? Yes, of course I would. For now, this seems like a more sensible spend of money. This will last me a lot longer. I've saved up, I've worked hard, so oh my god, I actually feel sick. I'm gonna pack everything away and then go eat some dinner because I'm actually starving and I like, haven't actually moved since I got in from Hoop. So this is what my dinner ended up looking like. So sprouts, sweet potato. I couldn't be bothered to do any like quinoa or like any other grain or anything because I'd already spent too long playing around with my camera. So I added diced cucumber, diced tomato, a little bit of basil, a little bit of dill. Mackerel, I get the sweet cure smoked ones. They're really, really good, like pre-cooked. So I just dice them up. Balsamic vinegar and some honey mustard. So it's quite a sweet dinner, but yeah, delicious. Just greens, grains, you know, well, no grains, but nutritious and filling. Wednesday, it's 4 p.m, I finished. I'm really bad, I like don't keep that many lamps on and I just realise it gets really dark around me and I just sit via this tiny little light, and then I just turned this one off because it was doing a backlight thing I didn't want. As you can tell, I didn't go to the office today. My headache got progressively worse last night, which is why I didn't really like sign off, so apologies about that. I literally just got ready for bed and I had a splitting headache and I went to sleep really, really early, like 9:30. I was out like a light, had a really deep sleep, slept till like 7:30, forgot to set an alarm. Luckily I woke up in time because Doug was leaving. And yeah, I just needed that rest. My headache went while I was working out, but for some reason I just still had a really bad headache. I woke up and still felt like a little bit woozy this morning, so I decided to not go in, and obviously I'd woken up too late to go in anyway. How was my day? My day was good. It was busy again. I managed to get on with quite a lot because my bosses were out at something today, so that was quite nice. Been feeling like suitably ratty. I feel like I don't look cute, but that's fine because I'm working from home. I hoped that I would maybe be in the office so I would look at least cute and made up for a portion of this week's vlog, but alas, you get me as I come. Sometimes I feel really overwhelmed with like what to do with my evenings, so I made a little list of like everything I'm gonna do. I'm surprisingly not as aged as I thought I was gonna be after my workout class yesterday. My shoulders and like the backs of my knees are a bit sore, like I've got a couple of bruises and like the top of my bum cheek from that really ugly footage I took. I'm gonna tidy up my desk a little bit and shut down and do my stretching, and that'll be my third workout of the week. I had that little Pomodoro timer on my TV for the afternoon because I find sometimes in the afternoon I lose steam a little bit and I lose focus. So I like the 25-minute burst of working and then a 5-minute break just to like stretch my legs, make a cup of tea, that kind of thing. Because otherwise, if I have no in between, I get too locked in and I'm stood here for like hours and hours and hours, haven't gone to the loo, haven't got a drink, feeling terrible, or I feel very scattered and find it hard to focus on one thing. In the morning, I usually have classical FM on in the background because I find music with words, I just can't focus. You know, when you feel like really, really ugly and it's just because your hair is greasy. I'm just running a bath. I'm gonna have a really big bath and like scrub all the grease out my hair. I usually would have oiled my hair during the day, like while I was working, but I didn't think I was gonna wash my hair tonight. I was gonna try to stretch it another day, but I thought it would just be easier to do it tonight. Doug is going to the gym tonight and then he might be going out for dinner with some friends. So I have the whole flat to myself. Not that it makes like much difference, but I just like potter around. I miss summer and like going out after work. I think I spoke about this in the last video, but I'm so easily overwhelmed with how best to spend my evening in a way that it feels like work isn't leaching into my personal life. Not in a way that I'm like thinking about work or working beyond my hours, but you know, like the notion of being so tired when you finish work that you don't feel like you can do anything, or you spend your evening preparing for the next day, like making lunches, putting out outfits, all of this kind of stuff, like packing bags. And it's like an attempt for me to reclaim my time. You can still have lovely and cozy and productive and fulfilling weekday evenings. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to fill your time with social plans. You can if you want, but like making the most of your time doesn't have to look a certain way, if that makes sense. I find as someone that's quite like introverted and doesn't like making a lot of plans, and maybe I'm still not that spontaneous, I find it hard to commit to stuff basically because I like never know how I'm gonna feel when I get there. I'm working on that. But a sense of like reclaiming my evenings and not spending all of my evenings like doom scrolling. When I do want to spend time on social media, I do it like with intention. I found like putting my phone away in the evenings when I finish, or doing something straight after work, like keeping the momentum up. Because if I sit and go on my phone for hours, like 6 p.m. rolls around and I don't want to get up. It sounds so like babyish, being like, I have to police my social media time. I get into really bad habits with my phone and I just don't need to be on it that much. And I'm the kind of person that lives on do not disturb. And even though I'm like a content creator, I've always spoken about how the happy balance for me is where I create more than I consume. So yeah, go on social media, do what you need to do, but do it intentionally. I don't know, does that make sense? All done, squeaky clean. I'm making good time. Not that it's a rush, but it's only 5:20. Times like this is when I feel so lucky to finish at 4 and like have the flexibility to like not commute. I'll try go in like 3 days next week to make up for it. I always get asked about my hair routine and my products constantly change, so I thought I'd show you what I used in the shower, in the bath today. I'm trying out this Hello Clean hard water shampoo. They sent this to me along with
like a filter, but the filter doesn't fit my shower annoyingly. When I contacted them for a replacement of the shower filter, because they do 2 different types, I just got ghosted. Or they just kept saying they were going to keep sending it. They were like, oh yeah, sure, it's on its way to you. I'm super, super grateful for anything I get free, but I just thought like, oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm testing this out. It's supposed to be like an anti-breakage formula, and it's supposed to be good if you've got hard water, which I do, everyone in the south does. Yeah, it's supposed to draw out unwanted impurities. I've only used it like 2 or 3 times, so it's pretty hard to form an opinion. I do think you need quite a lot of it. I like the packaging because it's a pump, but yeah, I feel like I need quite a lot of it to get it into a good lather, but my hair is low porosity, so it might be a bit of that. So that's my first shampoo, and then I'm using the Alvive Dream Length range. I just went this time round because I ran out of everything. Just went for like whatever was on offer in Superdrug, and I've used this range before and I quite like it, and I really, really like the smell. So yeah, no complaints. And then I've been using this, which I've used before. This is the Garnier Ultimate Blends Honey Treasures. I like the Garnier Ultimate Blends collection. I used to use the banana hair food, you know, in the tub, but they reformulated and it's just not the same, so I thought I'd try something different. I do think, because this is for damaged hair, it's quite rich, and I've been finding that my hair has been getting greasy quite quickly recently, which could be a multitude of things because I change all my products at once, but I do think when I use this kind of like really thick, occlusive, nourishing conditioner, it does tend to be a bit heavy for my hair. Ordinary Squalane Cleanser. I had to get the small bottle because they were sold out for the big one. I like to massage my oil cleanser into my skin for like a good minute or 2. You feel it kind of like break down, and like it gets a bit more slip to it, especially in areas that I'm a bit more clog prone. It's like my cheeks and my nose. I'm always really impressed at how skincare influencers like manage to make cleansing their face look really, really arty and gorgeous. I'm like pulling the most horrible faces ever. I worked with some skincare companies previously and did some ads and filming yourself doing skincare. Obviously it's not the hardest job in the world, but more difficult than I thought to get it looking cute and make sure you can see everything. Emulsify your cleanser with water. My favourite, I wish they'd do a refill. Second cleanser. I'm just going to put a bit of eye cream on, and I'll wait for that to sink in before I moisturise. I'm using the Drunk Elephant Ceramite. My eyes are getting progressively like darker, and no matter how much rest I get, it's like hollow as I age. Again, super fine. I obviously don't wear makeup a lot of the time, and I really just don't like how it looks. I think it just stops me looking like fresh. So I'm trying that out for like a bit of hydration, and then hopefully for Christmas I'm gonna get a retinol eye cream, which I think will really help with the hollowing, because I use the caffeine Inky List one in the morning, and it does help for like an instant fix, but I'd like something to deal with it a bit more long term. And obviously now looking at my eyes, coincidentally this is the best that they've looked all week. When I wake up for like half the day they're really bad, so the new face helps a bit with that, I think, just in terms of depuffing. But yeah, I just don't love how it looks if I like get up and instantly have to put makeup on and like get ready to go out, because it just like draws attention to it. My toxic trait, and what makes me an annoying person to live with, is that I forget to tidy as I go. I don't know if forget is the right word, maybe it is a choice, but like especially when I'm working from home, and I kind of like justify it as, well, like I wouldn't be at home to tidy anyway, so the stuff that I left would just be there anyway. Very rogue for me, but I think I'm gonna log on and do some overtime. I get paid overtime for it, which is nice because there's not often that happens because I'm salaried, and I'm trying to save for my trip next year, just so like any little helps. I'm probably just gonna like pop Gilmore Girls on in the background and just crack on and maybe do like an hour or 2 hours. I know I've just talked about like reclaiming the evening and like not letting work soak into your evening, but I'm trying to reclaim that money. All I want to do is play Xbox, but I might do that after I've logged off. I need to blow dry my hair tonight as well, which I'll show you. Anyway, yeah, it's just gone 6, so I'll check in a bit because I can't show you what I'm doing, unfortunately. 8:30, I finished working overtime at 8, and then I caught up with Doug and I just went for like a quick easy dinner. It looks really disgusting. It's tomato, egg and rice. This is like an actual recipe, I promise. I think it's Chinese. If you look up Cassie Young on TikTok or just type in the search Cassie Young tomato egg, I think it's usually a breakfast dish, but this is my favourite, one of my favourite meals, and it's definitely like my favourite like frugal meal if I've got nothing in the cupboards, because I've always got tomatoes and I've always got eggs. And yeah, I made a massive portion because I'm really, really hungry. Sometimes I would just have this on its own, but I wanted rice with it today, so I'm gonna go enjoy that. Unceremonious end to a work day when you're at a stand-up desk. Like, I just walk away from my desk. It's 4 p.m, it's Thursday, it's the end of my working week. Friday is my non-working day. Congratulations, we made it to the weekend. Guess who didn't dyson their hair last night? I feel like I've had quite like shoddy ends to the evening. I ended up playing Xbox for like, again, quite a long time, but that's okay. I've been playing Grounded, I've been really enjoying it. It's on Xbox Game Pass. But I also got so much done last night, so I'm feeling really good about it. End of the week. Tomorrow we're going to Manchester, so I've made a little list of things I've got to do. Where's my phone? I've already done a wash and hung it up. I was going to wait till this evening and I thought, like, what's the point of doing it for the vlog? Everyone's seen me do laundry before. So I did that this morning when I woke up. Like, I loaded the machine last night and turned it on this morning, hung it up. That is so boring. Don't need to tell you all of that. I am gonna stretch tonight. I've got to sort out this barnet tonight. I'm just gonna curl it with tongs, not with my Dyson, because I don't want to wet it again. Tonight I have some serious editing to do, which I'm gonna sit down and do now actually. I've been editing in bits and pieces throughout the week and like snatches of editing on my lunch break, but I'm quite behind on my editing at the moment, and I am quite bad at putting off video editing because the video I filmed is so much footage and so long. My ideal routine would have been that I edited throughout the week and then tonight would have been like the final pass, ready to upload for Sunday. I think I will be able to do that. I'm probably gonna step a little bit later tonight, but I'm just a bit behind. It's not the end of the world. This is what being a content creator is like sometimes. I am slightly behind on schedule. It's Christmas time nearly. She says it's not even December when I'm recording this, but I've been really, really busy and I just haven't been like up to speed. I also have a tendency to put off editing when it's a really long chatty video, and this is a really long video. It's about 3 hours of footage. So if I'd have sat down and done it all in one go, I think it probably would have taken me the whole day, like at least 6 to 8 hours of editing. This one is harder to edit because it's me and someone else talking. So usually when it's myself, I'm less of a yapper, but I've been yapping with my best friend. Anyway, how was my day? My day was okay. It went really quickly. I managed to get out for a walk on lunch. My week felt a bit chaotic this week. There was a lot of moving parts, a lot of like my bosses were away, you know, and it just all feels a bit much, but I feel all right about it. I'm gonna edit for 45 minutes. I'm hoping that will take me to the end of like the first pass, because I've only got one like large big clip of raw footage to finish. I'm gonna do my stretching after that because I thought there's no point if I'm like going straight from work into other work, like a different kind of work but still work. God knows what I'm gonna have for dinner. I've not got a lot in. I'm gonna actually have to like think about cooking something. Because some weeks do vary for me. This week has been a pretty low editing week, frankly, because I've been putting it off, but some weeks I will edit 3 or 4 nights a week, which honestly, it's not ideal and not a good work-life balance. But I found the best way to not feel like I'm constantly working is to like do a short burst of it, take some time to do everything that I need and want to do, and then come back to it late in the evening or once I've done those other bits. Because for me personally, there's nothing worse than feeling like, because I'm working so much, like my normal life admin is getting neglected. Because that's when I start to feel like things are spiraling out of control, or like I'm behind, or that I can't balance the two well. And that's just like a recipe for burnout.
You enjoyed, and I still certainly have those. I know you do too. But practicing like gratitude for what once was.
God, okay. I only ran over 15 minutes, it's 5:15. First pass done, 1 hour and 23 minutes.
If I can get it under 1 hour, I'll be really happy. In my head, when I see that, I just know that I'm gonna have to watch it again for at least another hour and 23, if not longer, because obviously it's not just a straight watch, I edit things. And just because of the length, I think I'll have to do a third pass. I think I can cut so much out from the beginning because we were just yapping and I was like trying to give really long answers. It's a Q&A video, so I'm hoping it goes up this weekend.
Let's get stretching, folks, because if I don't do it now, I will never do it, and I'm going to charge my laptop while I do that. I'm going to do the same videos. I'm not going to show you because you've seen it 2 nights already, but it's my 4th workout of the week. All done and limbered out. Backs of my legs are really sore from like hanging on by the back of my knee. I'm thinking about getting a Deliveroo. I was just browsing. I know it's so dangerous. I'm just browsing. Basically, I used to be really bad. I used to get takeaway all the time, and I've been really good this year and like limited it. I've gotten it quite a lot since we've moved out, but I deleted all the apps and stuff off my phone because I was like, yeah, I'm not ordering anymore, but I just do it on my laptop. The only thing I really miss about eating meat is like burgers and fries. I'm gonna tidy, I'm gonna clean my flat and do like my flat chores and then think about ordering because it's literally not even 6 yet. This is funny. I unplugged my camera battery charging dock port thing and I forgot to plug it back in today, and I was like, oh, I just went in to tidy my room. That's really annoying. They're all like completely dead. I've lost one of my batteries too. And then I remembered I have my other camera that I received earlier this week. So slightly earlier than planned, not my intention, taking it for a little test run. I'm actually planning to use it to film to do my hair because it's much smaller and I wanted to test it out. So if the footage is looking in any way different, that's why. So I think now what's disconcerting is I can't see if I'm in the frame or not. I could just turn it to selfie mode and then watch myself, but then I'll be watching myself. I bought this cardigan on the weekend. It's vintage and I usually don't impulse buy things, but with vintage I do, because once it's gone, and this would have kept me up at night. It's like a little bit more than a cardigan, it's more of a jacket because it's got a Borg lining inside, but it's absolutely stunning. I'm so pleased with it. So this is coming to Manchester with me this weekend. I feel like I should probably do tidying montage because otherwise this is going to take me forever if I'm chin wagging. Vegan, that's what I'm gonna get. I'm too hungry. You know, when you surpass the point of hunger, that my eyes are officially bigger than my stomach. I think I'm gonna get the classic Christmas chicken burger. It's vegan chicken, camembert bacon, like vegan bacon, stuffing mayo, pickle, cabbage and cranberry sauce. Do you think that's so intense? I think that's really intense. I'm not gonna add anything to it. I'm gonna take out the cranberry sauce. I'm not a big cranberry person. What fries am I gonna get? They do Marmite fries here that are absolutely insane that they seem to have taken off the menu. If I want anything else, I'm like really hungry, but I think that will be way too much for me. Oh, let me get a fizzy drink. I'm going against sides because I never really like any of their sides that much. It says 20 to 40 minutes. I'm so excited, I'm so hungry. But now I'm tiny, I can put you up here. I don't actually know what the quality is like in this resolution. I didn't mean this video to turn into a whole camera review, but look how cool this is. I can control, oh my God, I can control the gimbal. You can see how messy my kitchen is and we can give you a new angle, and I can see it on my phone. I don't know what you can see, but look. Some of this away.
got my food. I thought it was going to ring the bell and he didn't ring the bell. No one ever rings a bell. Ooh. A nice drawing on the bag for me. One thing I will say, I don't really like their milkshakes. I'm not vegan, I'm pescatarian, but I'm quite lactose intolerant, so like a milkshake is a bit of a dice with death for me. And honestly, I would rather just risk it like 9 out of 10 times. I need to get a napkin. It looks so yummy. Let's try it. Including I have to have my hair up. Stuffing mayo, vegan bacon, pickled red cabbage, camembert. That's really tasty, but I shouldn't have removed the cranberry. I can see why they put it in. I usually never remove things because I think like, oh, that was the way they intended it, so I should have it as the way they intended it at least once. I'm scared it's going to be loads and loads of cranberry because I'm not like the biggest fan of it. I am just watching Gilmore Girls and I'm like quite far on, and I'm going to discuss something just really, really briefly. That's a spoiler if you haven't seen it. I mean, it's so old, you should have seen it by now. I actually haven't watched the 10 years on thing. I'm going to watch that once I finished. The Luke having a daughter, like April's storyline, is like the most falsely, unsubtly manufactured thing you've ever seen. Like for me, it's turned Gilmore Girls from being like a rom-com TV show into like a soap opera, because it's just like creating more drama for Lorelai and Luke. And the way it was like not even subtle that they were like, oh, no more secrets, no more secrets, and then like almost the same episode it happened. Luke finds out, and then it's the episode where Rory and Lorelai make up, and then Luke finds out, and it's just like not even subtle to me. I've only just paused it on where she goes to the diner and sees April and finds out. So I can't actually remember what happens with it. I do know they like break up for good. I know it's because he wants a kid so desperately, but like if a kid came into a diner claiming paternity and said she was going to DNA test your hair, you would think that you would at least do your own DNA test. I don't know, it just doesn't seem very plausible to me, but obviously he really desperately wants a kid, so maybe he's just like believing it. Right, it's 8 PM. I'm going to do an hour of editing. Boring content for you, but needs must. And I still feel like I have decent energy. I'm not super sluggish after eating my dinner. See what I can get done in an hour, and then I'm going to pack and do my hair, and I'll take you along with all of that for me. I feel like all of the evenings this week have been quite short because I haven't filmed or fallen asleep early or done one thing or another, so this evening one's going to be quite long. I decided I could pack or curl my hair, but one of those things needed to be done, and we've decided for curling hair. I'm back on the little mini pocket cam thing. So I managed to make it up to 31 minutes of editing. That's obviously 30 minutes in the video. It takes me longer than that. It's taking me an hour and a half to get through 30 minutes of footage. Not gonna lie, it doesn't usually take me that long, but it's just a really hard video to edit this time around. Something that's out of my usual skill set, I would say, doing a sit down talking video with more than one person. It's very nice to share a part of my life which I don't get to share very often with friends, so like my YouTube-y content creation-y bit. Don't really involve them in the process so much. I've just sprayed the Lee Stafford Illuminate and Shine like anti-humidity treatment. This is my favourite colour in the whole entire world. Unfortunately I got this in the US. It has a converter on it. It is a Conair, like 5 years old. It's really, really good. I think it's just because of the width. It was so cheap, it was like $20. I got it in Dwayne Reed or something. It's smoking because there's so much product on the barrel. I need to clean it. It's going to smoke in my hair as well, but it's because I put so much of this product in my hair. It's evaporating. I'm not frazzling my This was like my foolproof technique before getting a Dyson, and I still, as you can see, go back to this often when I sleep with wet hair or let my hair air dry, or just, you know, can't be bothered for the Dyson. A tip for when you curl your hair is supposedly if you hold it horizontally and not vertically, it gives you a bigger, bouncier curl, because if you hold it vertically it tends to be like a skinnier, more like wavy curl, whereas this adds a lot of the volume. So it looks a little Bo Peepish at the moment. If you want loads and loads of volume, I'd suggest pin curling that up, but I've run out of loads of my clips. I've lost a lot of them. If you struggle to get like any kind of volume with your hair, pin curl it. Even if you can only hold it in 20 minutes, even if it's like while you do your makeup, worth it. I do them all the same way, and you can see they're like really in the same shape. It's almost a little bit Hollywood wave-ish. This is what I was supposed to do with my Dyson last night. I was supposed to
smooth out the root and like smooth out all my hair and make it like just a smooth, sleek, straight blow dry, but I went to sleep on wet hair instead. Look, some weeks you want to do it all and you can't have it all. And I just feel like this wand combined with this product makes my hair so shiny. It's one of the things I get so many comments on and compliments, and I always feel really proud because my hair is healthy, but I genuinely just think it is the heat I use. Ooh, really clip my ear. But I will say it's just the heat on my hair combined with the products that makes it shiny. Yeah, I hope it's been a decent vlog. I feel like I tried to keep it realistic but also not boring. And it's quite a hard balance to strike. But then I also think that's just me being incredibly self-critical. But when you do like any kind of content creation, you're kind of like forced to self-analyse. It's in your best interest to self-analyse, but too much of that, as we know, can be a bad thing. I do quite big sections of this, it doesn't really matter as much. I wish I'd made a note of what time I sat down, but it wasn't very long ago. This is not taking me very long. To be honest, I only do one hairstyle. I heat style it to this, and that's pretty much it. Either with my curler or my Dyson. Mostly my Dyson, but this is good when I'm in a rush. The one thing I love about this is that you don't need to be precious about your sections. The technique, once you've got it down, you've got it down, because everything's going the same way anyway, so it doesn't matter how it looks because it's all going to look really uniform. Ideally we'd keep all our sections roughly a similar size, but it doesn't really matter if you're not being perfect about it. They're so crispy. You're going to hate me because I'm not going to brush them out tonight. I'm just gonna put all this away. I like twist all the curls in the same direction into like a low bun. You can do a high bun if you want more volume. I just don't like how I look with a high bun. Right, I've made a little pile of like half my clothes I'm taking. I've got a few things that I'm hanging that I'm gonna put in the living room just so they're out of the way. And then like actually I think that might be me like done vlogging for the evening. And I really was gonna try get my video finished, but I just don't know if that's like possible unless I literally stay up till like midnight, but I'm just a tired girly. Anyway, thank you so much for following along with me on my 5 to 9s this week. I feel like it's been a bit of a half vlog, but I always say that, but it's only because I can't remember what filming's gone in before today, although I do feel like some of the days are a bit short, so I do apologise for that. Some of the evenings were a bit short. My socials are in the description box. If you liked today's video, it'd be great if you wanted to comment or subscribe or leave a like. And yeah, have a lovely evening. It's funny because I don't know when you're seeing this, but I'll be logging back on in the morning to film my Manchester vlog.